Alright, it's here, finally, my first Napoleon Total War video. Okay, now the reason it's been delayed somewhat is because I've had the flu, and I've still got the flu, so that's why my voice might sound slightly different, and I might cough occasionally. If I do have a coughing fit, I will be sure to end fraps. Rightio, so first things first, I need you guys to choose which campaign you want to see me do a playthrough of. Right, so let's have a look what you can choose from. You can choose one of Napoleon's campaigns, Waterloo, that's not really a campaign, that's a battle, Europe, Egypt, Italy. You can choose one of those three out of the Napoleonic things. I imagine there are a lot of people doing Napoleon campaigns already, so I imagine you want to see either the tutorial, because that's so complicated you'll really need a walkthrough of that, or one of the campaigns of the coalition, which is slightly more likely. Okay, so we have Austria. Awesome. We have Austria, Great Britain, Prussia, or Russia. Now, as some of you may know, I've already done a campaign as Austria for Empire, so I prefer not to do another one for Napoleon. So, but if you really want to see another Napoleon, an Empire, oh god, words getting muddled up, another Austria campaign, then just go ahead and choose Austria. Simple votes on this video, just say what you want to see, Napoleon's, one of Napoleon's campaigns, or one of these. Okay, so that's simple enough, that's out of the way. Right, now I'm going to show you the highlights of some of the battles I've played recently. I played about 20 battles so far. A few have been actually quite good, I've actually got a few good ones now. A lot have been very, very laggy due to the fact that people obviously can't, people's PCs can't really run the game, and yet they're running them, they're running it anyway in ridiculously high graphics, and it's causing everyone huge lag online. The online system still has the hosting problems. I'll just go online now. See, I'll just try and join some random game here, and I bet I'll get it. Let's have a look. No response from host. I bet I'll get it. Hang on a sec. Da 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 da. Hurry up. There we go. Right, there you go. Failed to join game, no response from host. So I get that most of the time, and that's what I used to get on Empire, and that has not been fixed, which means I can't host 1v1s because my net connection's buggered anyway. So, yeah. Tad annoying. I just realised I went online on Steam, so I'm now going to get flooded while I'm doing this, which isn't good. Anyway, enough waffling. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you the highlights of 2 battles I played, just showing you the new effects, etc. that are here on Napoleon. Blast this weather, sir! The damn rain will make misfires a certainty! Which is one of the many additions into Napoleon over Empire. You get a little man coming up and telling you it's raining, basically, and you should get out the brolly. Okay, right, so I am playing as France, and my ally is playing as Great Britain. Okay, so that's a rather unholy alliance for this time period, it has to be said. This is my first battle online. It was fought about 2 days ago, so I recorded it, but didn't really feel too well to actually comment on it 2 days ago. I feel slightly better now. Okay, so this is on the map Ligny, which is a big town in the middle, and which has a lot of bridges and streams and whatnot. It's a lot of bottlenecks. You can also see that the artillery shells now create craters. I imagine anyone who's seen other Napoleon videos would know of that anyway. They create craters and smoke, which adds to the atmosphere of the game and adds to the realism. Also, the skins look a lot better. Reminded me of the Sharp series especially. And yeah, the skins of the Cav also look a lot better. Now, the General's Bodyguard, a very important unit for the game. Now, depending on what general you have, I've got Marshal Soult, which is the second lowest general. Or I best actually explain all this somewhere. There's 4 types of general you can get at the start. Okay, you can get a regular general or one of 3 historical generals. Now, depending on which general you have, relates to how much morale your men will have, and actually can make them fight to like virtually to the death, especially if you have Napoleon. Now there's also a ring around your general if you click on them, and if any units are in that ring they get a morale bonus, etc, etc, because of the general's presence around them. So the general's a lot more important than it used to be. Okay, another thing the general has is the ability to temporarily increase morale and accuracy of a unit. So, let's say I was trying to hit something with a howitzer, and I use focus fire, which is an ability the howitzer has to gain about 20 accuracy, and then I use the general's rally ability to give them another plus 10 accuracy, means they overall gain plus 30 accuracy to an already 40 accuracy, means they're now at 70 accuracy. So if you're saying you wanted to target a small unit like an enemy howitzer, you'd have a much higher chance of hitting them. So that's a thing you could use. Okay, so another thing that is slightly different is the flags now. That might not sound interesting, but the flags now no longer have a green box around them or a red box, so I do not know if these are my cav or the enemy cav, and I do not know if that is Alba's men or the enemy's men. But the way you tell this is there's a little blob, little circle on top of your men telling you if they're infantry or cavalry or what sort of cavalry they are, and around that is either red, but it's so small I cannot see on this replay on Windows Movie Maker as I'm adding the commentary to this, so I don't know what the hell is going on at the moment. I assume that's my men firing at enemy French cavalry. I think it is, yeah, but like I said, it's very difficult to tell from this perspective. You can just about see a little blob above the flag, but it's just very, very difficult to tell. Anyway, like I said, this was my first battle, so don't expect too much in the way of skill from either me, Alba, or our opponents, as we're all rather noobish at this. Okay, right, so I might as well tell you a bit about what happened. My opponent was on the other side of the river crossing, advances forward, and then I basically spring out of my bridgehead. You saw that just for a split second there, and I enveloped his little force. He leaves for some reason free line over this side of the bridge, which I'll show you a bit more later, and then he tries to pull back across the bridge to link up his ally, which I pursue with my line and harass his skirmishers and artillery, which means he loses all of his artillery and his skirmishers. Alba, on the other hand, is getting quite badly turned over by his French guy, because the Frenchman had a huge ridge in the back, which allowed him to place his howitzers on top of a hill and shell Alba from a mile away. As you can see, the artillery effects are quite impressive now. They're a lot better than they used to be on Empire, and artillery is a lot more useful than it used to be on Empire. Another thing that's happened since Empire is that rifles have been nerfed somewhat to make them slightly less useful than they used to be. So let's say my opponent brings a spam of all rifles. In Empire that would cause me a hell of a lot of problems. On this, not so much. If I can get one cav into him, he's dead, you know? It's as simple as that. They're not as effective as they were, which is good, which means you can have a more balanced play. Okay, so this is just before the end, actually, where my British opponent just falls back into the middle and gets completely encircled by all of us. It's, like I say, it's not really a brilliant battle. I just wanted to show you the new aspects of the game, graphic-wise, and skins and everything. Just wanted to get you introduced to the game, and basically wanted you to choose a new campaign, which I'll be doing a run-through of. Okay, here, for some reason, my opponent left free line facing the wrong way on this side of the river. I must have forgotten about him as he was focusing a lot on the other front. So I just take the opportunity, run my cav down to a good area, and then rear charge his men. These are just light foot and foot, which are basically line regiments and light infantry. And this rear charge just completely flattens them, as you can see. You can see there's a little bar above the flag. Mine there is almost full green, and the British guy is gone. That little morale bar gives you a better indication of how your men are doing. So let's say it's full green, no problem. Going towards red, you've got a problem. Get your general in there, give them a rally. That should strengthen their resolve. So yeah, that allows you a quick way of knowing how close your men are to routing. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this first taste of Napoleon. When I feel better, I will be doing, which should be tomorrow, I'll be doing a proper vid of a full-length battle which I did. This was only merely an introduction to the game and showing you the differences between this and Empire, which I'll continue to do in further videos. So, thank you for watching, and until next time.